I'm going to show you how to create a questionnaire on Moodle. Questionnaires are different from Moodle quizzes because rather than being assessments, they're more for data collection, and they function the way a survey would. The first thing to decide when you want to make a questionnaire is where to put it. I'm scrolling down to my Chapter 3 section, and I'm going to put my questionnaire here. So I'm going to click on Add Activity or Resource. And I'm going to choose Add Questionnaire. This questionnaire is going to ask my students to consider how they feel they've mastered Chapter 3. So I'm going to call it Chapter 3 Check for Understanding. And for the description, I'm going to put, have you mastered Chapter 3? Now, these options here give you the same options for how you do your timing and response options as you would on many Moodle things. You can restrict your timing, change your response options, change your content options. As you can see, you can make templates so that you can use the same surveys over and over again. You can change the module settings. For example, here I have mine separated into groups by period, so I want to keep them separated into groups. And here you can restrict access and make it dependent on other assignments on Moodle. But I'm just doing a simple questionnaire here, so I'm going to leave all that as it is, and I'm going to save it. Now I'm going to add questions. So you click Add Questions. And questionnaires are good for ranking their feelings about things. So the first, you have Add Questions, and here's your choices. You can have check boxes, a date, drop-down box, essay, numeric. I'm going to ask them to rate their understanding. So I'm going to click Rate Scale, Add Selected Question Type. So you have to name the question. Rate understanding. Require response, yes. This is the scale, so 1 through 5. And the type of rate scale, I'm just going to pick normal. And here you put your question. Please rate your comprehension of the Chapter 3 vocab. So rather than giving them a vocabulary test, I'm asking them to rank themselves. So perhaps even before giving a test, you could have them do this ranking at the end of class, and that would give you information about whether or not they feel confident. So put how you're doing the scale. So please rate your comprehension of the Chapter 3 vocab, 1 being very poor, 5 being mastered. And here's where you put what you want them to rank themselves on. So I'm going to list a list of vocabulary words. So my mastery of covenant is, my mastery of hesed is, my mastery of suffering servant is. And I'm going to save it. And if you want to preview your question, you just hit the preview tab, and you can see how it looks. So they can say, well, I really don't understand covenant, and click 1. I understand hesed, and click 5. And so that would be a way for you to gauge their own feelings about their learning. To add more questions, just go to the question tab again. One thing you might want to ask them, do perhaps a yes/no. Add question type. And you could ask, do you feel, ready for the Chapter 3 test? Oops, actually, let's put this down here. In this, for the question name, put test ready. Do you feel ready for the Chapter 3 test? And save. And And in the preview, it would look like this, and they could click yes or no. In the advanced settings, there should be an option to make it, you could make the questionnaire, that's not what I was looking at here, let's see, submission options, feedback options. There is an option to make it, to make the quiz anonymous. That way, if the students felt if you saw their answer, they might be judged. In the settings, there is a way to make it anonymous. Let me see if I can find it for you. Edit settings. Here it is. It's under the main settings page, under response options, respondent type, full name, or anonymous. If you wanted to make it anonymous, you could tell the students that you wouldn't see who put what, but then you could gauge their understanding at the end of a chapter or a unit before they take the test. So this is where I saved it, and this is where it appears. And once they take it, you're going to get the data. Let me go to one I had from last year and show you what it looks like. So these are the responses of students to a questionnaire last semester. I had a film festival. My students made videos, and then we had a film festival, and they got extra credit. They voted on their favorite films, their favorite actresses, their favorite topics. And with the questionnaire, this is what the data looks like. So it's really good for collecting data and comparing answers. Unlike a quiz, I'm not testing their understanding of topics. I'm more doing a survey and collecting data. So, for example, they had to pick their the best presentation of the topic in their film, and they voted St. Valentine the best. And with the questionnaire feature, I can really clearly see how the data falls. They had another one down here where they wrote the name of the best actress, so I could skim through this, and obviously you could see Kiara got Best Actress. So that's how the questionnaires work and some of the ways you can use them. If you would like more help making questionnaires, just let me know.